In this video, we will take a look on all the utilities and their functions. So let's start. So as you can see that I have already installed the package, and let me show it again. So I am opening the terminal here and trying to install this package. Pip install omshakya. So this is already installed. We can take a look on this pip list, and here you can see that this package is already installed, right? So here I have imported this package, and by using this property underscore version, I am checking the version of this package, overall package. And here this is the function to check whether all the dependencies are installed or not. It depends on these three packages: pandas, SQL Alchemy, and PyMongo. And again from this omshakya, and there is module SQL, and from this I am importing the SQL utility and taking the version of this SQL utility and printing it here. Same, there is a module called Mongo. From here, I am importing this Mongo utility. And again, we are taking this version property here and printing this version here. And there is one more module, JSON, and there is JSON utility, and same printing this version. So let's first check this by executing this code. So here we can see that the version of this package is this 0.1.7, and it evaluated the package requirements. All are installed on the machine, and this is the version of SQL utility, Mongo utility, and JSON utility. So now take a look on the functions which are available. So in SQL utility, these are couple of the functions: check connection, drop table, execute script, execute update SQL script, load data frame into table, and select from SQL. So we can hover on the function name, and it will provide the documentation which is inbuilt in the package, and it is fairly simple. So let me just give an overview of one of the arguments of a function. So CS ODBC URL, this is nothing but the Microsoft SQL Server ODBC connection string, right? So to work with Python, it there is ODBC drivers available that works with SQL Alchemy as well as the PyODBC. So this utility works with SQL Alchemy, and we are passing this Microsoft SQL Server ODBC connection to this. And this the another argument is script here. So a script is nothing but the Microsoft SQL Server SQL script, which is also called as tsql. And this is the tracing bool equal to false. So this is just whether you want to print the inbuilt printing statements of these functions from this package or not. So if you are not interested in those print statements, you can just simply ignore this argument. Otherwise, if you want to take a look on the progress of the function, you can provide tracing equal to true. So these 6 functions are there. The first function is just to make sure the connection string is working fine or not, just to check the ODBC URL is connecting the SQL server or not. And here we can drop a table from the SQL server database, and then execute script function. We can execute a tsql script there, any kind of tsql script except that update and select, because we have different functions for this. And in update execute update sql script, we can execute any kind of update statements, whether it is fairly simple update statement or the update based on the common table expressions, or update based on the joins. So it can execute the update statement there. And in load data frame into table, this will load the pandas data frame into the SQL Server table. And select statement, select from SQL, it can execute any kind of select statement, whether it is fairly simple select statement or any um, common city based select statement, or the select statement using the functions or the views. So the statement which selects the data from the SQL Server can be executed from this. So these are the six uh, uh, functions in the SQL utility. And now let's take a look on Mongo utility functions. So in MongoDB utility, there are these 5 6 functions here. So the first, check connection, it is just to check, make sure that the MongoDB or URL is working fine or not. And this generate sample data, it is just to generate couple of collections and populate some data so that we can work with the sample data in the MongoDB if we do not have any MongoDB data there. And insert data frame into the collection. So this function insert the data frame into the collection. And this join collections into data frames. So here in this function, we can join multiple data frames, multiple MongoDB collections, and the output of that join operation can be returned as a data frame. So this join is basically the MongoDB lookup operation, and it takes a few of the arguments there, and these details are provided or documented on the link which is given here. So currently it is available over the LinkedIn. So you can go to this link and find out the related uh, documentation. Let me just open it here and show you where we can find out the details. So here in post, we can see, we can find by the name of this function. So I have copied it, control find, and it didn't find. Let me find it. Mongo utility. Okay, so this is not working here, and you can just scroll up, queries, JSON utility, Mongo utility, like this. So why it is not finding here? So we can find it, basically we can find it by the name of this function. So here you can see that this is described like we are providing the MongoDB URL here, and we want to join the following 3 collections, the database, collection and project. So this is being prepared. This is the dictionary that we are preparing to join the 3 different collections here, and what kind of business requirement is there, that is described here. And so we are preparing these details and list on columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, and here we are passing list column details and list how to join and list on columns. So you can take a look on this documentation here, It is available for all the functions like this insert data frame into the collection, query the collection into data frame, and query the collection, right? So if we take a look on this, so this is the function call here. We are passing the database name, we are passing the collection name, and query is none, projection is none. So it will give the complete collection as a query, as a cursor, and we can loop through the cursor to see the values here. So all the documentations are available here for all the utilities and all the functions. So this query collection, we can query a collection and it will return the cursor from this function. And there is one more function like a query collection into data frame. So it will return the data frame. And the last utility, JSON utility, currently it has only two functions, write data frame to JSON and read JSON files. So let's check the documentation here, and the link is same. If that link is not listed in the function documentation, there are other functions which have that link. So we can go to that link and we can find the function here. So here we are preparing the data frame like this, and we are just calling this function to write this into the JSON file, and it will return the boolean value whether it was got executed successfully or not. So that's all about all the functions and utility in this video. So we will meet in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel for more updates. Thank you.